It's the first impact sequestration that we'll have on the Blue Angels. They've stated their intent to cut all the shows in the month of April. This move will temporarily leave the shows in Pensacola on the radar. But as Fox 10 News reporter Corey Pippen shows you, it could still mean an impact in our area.
The Blue Angels have become a staple around the country for soaring through the skies, pulling off death-defying stunts, and even giving some lucky civilians a wild ride. But the hundreds of thousands of folks that turn up to their shows every year in April may now have to make other plans. The Navy intends to cut shows in Tampa, Corpus Christi, Vidalia, Georgia, and Beaufort, South Carolina.
The Blue Angel team is a great bunch of professionals. They've been working very, very hard. I know they were excited to bring the excitement of naval aviation to all the people who would have seen these performances. As disappointed as the Blue Angels fans are, I'm sure that the Blue Angels are equally disappointed.
So what does that mean for our area? Well, officials say more than you may hope. The Blues have 2 shows in March before returning to Pensacola for training. But the Navy is still deciding on how much the Blues will be allowed to spend in the air.
Obviously, the amount of flight training and the type of training that the Blue Angels are able to do obviously affects how quickly they can recover and go perform again, should funding be restored.
Executive Director Buck Lee is fighting to keep the Pensacola Beach Air Show, including considering paying for the event themselves.
And I sent a letter to the Admiral over in Corpus saying, hey, if you're still going to keep the pilots proficient and you're still going to practice a couple of days a week, why not practice over Pensacola Beach July 12th and 13th?
Lee says despite growing concerns over cuts to the Blues, they're going ahead full steam, preparing as if the show was still set in stone.
We still have our civilian acts already signed. We're still going to have the extra portalets out here. We're still going to have vendors out here. So we're going forward until somebody tells us to knock it off.
Reporting from Pensacola, Corey Pippen, Fox 10 News.
Officials say it's still possible Congress could restore funding, but they can't speculate on the likelihood